Radio.
This gentleman moved back to Nigeria from the United Kingdom some years ago and changed our parade. He's also one of the few artists to get multiple endorsement deals. Enjoy the chat that I had with him. All right, welcome to FAB Radio. Lynxxx.
Yes, boss.
Congratulations on all your endorsements thus far. Good times, huh?
Man, I mean, we can only thank God, though. It's been a fantastic year so far. We're just halfway in, so, I'm just hoping for more to come.
Beautiful. You have a FAB award for most stylish artist, and this went uncontested, even though heavyweights like the Banj were also nominated in the same category. Now, tell me, what informs your style choices?
For me, style is pretty much how I feel, When I came in the industry, I wanted to be looked at differently. In terms of my branding and everything, I wanted it to be very proper and very something that people's parents would see and say, okay, I like this guy, So if someone's kid says, I want to be a rapper, I want to be a whatever, there's somebody who is representing for rappers and looks serious.
So they can say, look like Lynxxx.
Maybe. But there's this stigma about us rappers or entertainers. I mean, nowadays, people are starting to take it serious when they see the kind of money we're making. But, when I started in 2009, I think back then it was still very, very much in when you hear someone's a rapper and you just think, somebody that doesn't have, ambitions, or somebody who's not serious, or somebody who doesn't want to work. So I made sure that my image was very clean, and that's the reason why, I'm always in a suit. So I guess that's where the award came from.
Amazing. Now, you've dropped a few tracks from your sophomore album, Jollof Music. I learned this is due out in December. Fine Fine Lady, Ezioku, and now Mr. Sexy. Now, what are we to expect from the album?
The album titled Jollof Music is just pretty much me. That's what I call the kind of music Lynxxx makes. When people hear Lynxxx, it's hard for them. I often hear people say, is Lynxxx a rapper? Is Lynxxx a singer? I'm not really sure because I don't stick to one sound. I don't stick to one genre. In the past, I've had tracks like International, which was UK funky influenced. I've had, Change Your Parade, which was, the Nigerian Afrobeat sound. Then I had something like Ice Cream Factory, which is like a 90s R&B kind of joint. So it's hard for people to put me in a bracket. So I put myself in a bracket, Jollof Music. And Jollof Music basically is a blend of different genres or spices to make good music in general. So the album is going to be, just a fun dance album. It's actually, get towards the clubs this time. So
what exactly happened with the dude who was said to have sued you for assaulting him?
I don't even want to talk too much about that, but I just put this on record. In Nigeria, we have very hungry people who just try to exploit money out of thin air. Everything that I've seen in the press was make-believe, and there's absolutely 0% substance to it. So I think they're going to get their due in due time. Because if you take things that far as lying on somebody and putting that in the press and putting that in print, then I feel it's something that you should be ready for when it hits you hard, and I'm not taking it lightly. So yeah, definitely they will get it.
All right, I'd like to ask you this about the music industry. If you could change one thing about the Nigerian music industry, what would it be?
It would be the one track, the one mind, the closed-mindedness that a lot of people have towards music in general. If you don't make club records, you don't sell, period. There's a lot more that this country has to offer. Like somebody like myself, if you go back and listen to my first album, you'd see that a lot of songs went over people's heads because Nigeria is not ready for that sound yet. And there's a lot of people who are suffering from that because there are a lot of people that make amazing international standard music and come to Nigeria and they get no love because Nigerians don't even understand or want to open up to understanding or giving it a try. Everybody just wants to regular tumba, club song, speak Yoruba inside, speak Igbo here and there, and put it out. Half of the time is go down low. Go down low. It's the same thing in the club every day. We're getting to a stage where Nigerians will start appreciating R&B. Whatever sound anybody has to offer, it's not just because, when they say Afro beats, when you're outside Nigeria, they're putting everybody in Africa or in Nigeria that makes music under one umbrella. And that's very weird. What is Afrobeats? Is that a genre of music? I don't understand. It's something that definitely needs to change. People need to open their minds and listen to music for what music is worth. Not forcing people who are very talented to water down their content just because nobody would appreciate it if it's not what, So, yeah.
I did notice in one of your videos that there was some Igbo Boy Movement going on. That was on Ezioku. What's the Igbo Boy Movement about?
IBM is nothing serious. It's just pretty much, we Igbo artists getting together to just, do something to better ourselves. So, I think predominantly the industry is run by, you know, the Lagosians or, you know, the Yorubas or whatever. And, you know, I think it's necessary that other parts of the country get a piece of the cake. You know, shout out to people like Flavor, shout out to people like Fino, shout out to people like Ikechukwu, Mr. Raw, for, you know, putting the Igbo side of the country on the map. And I'm trying to play my part because I'm from Delta State, which is the South, but, you know, we're pretty much Igbo as well. So, yeah, that's why I said, you know what, let me do a record and represent where I come from. Ever since I did that record, I get a lot of love from, you know, the eastern side of the country now, because they're like, okay, we don't even know say you be one of us before, you know, that kind of thing. So I think it's very important for artists to rep where they're from.
Now, there's quite a buzz about the Syndik8 summer. What's this about?
Is a period where it's going to be all about Syndicate. You know, I come from a label with artists like Icon, who's also my partner and producer and the president of the label. Blink, who's a rapper who has a song of life, which is doing pretty good right now on TV and radio. And Nedu, who has a single called Turn Up and another one called Action Man that's on radio right now. And the video for Action Man is out as well. So, you know, when I say Syndicate, or when we say Syndicate summer, we're about to start dropping single after single, video after video, all that kind of stuff for summertime. So that's pretty much what it's about, Syndik8 summer. Yeah.
Nice. Now, you mentioned business outside of music. Whatever happened to Syndik8 clothing?
Syndik8 Denim is still there. Right now, I'm working on a shop. You know, I'm thinking about opening the Syndik8 Denim boutique where people can, it's a one-stop shop for Syndik8 Denim. You go in there, you can grab your t-shirts, you can grab your jeans, you can grab merchandise, you can grab, you know, stuff like that. And the reason why I put it on hold is because, like I said, something I have to give. For me to focus on music, I had to take time off designing and manufacturing clothes because I actually designed them myself. Myself and my partner were both graphic designers, so you know, it's really time consuming. And in the past, you know, doing shows, recording and traveling up and down every other day, it's really difficult to you know, put in that kind of work, and I don't want to rush anything. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Now, everybody thinks you're fabulous, African and black. They think you're fab. Now, what makes you fab?
I mean, to be honest, just being true to yourself is all that you should be to be fab. You know, we are African, we are fabulous, and we are black. So being ourselves and standing for something and not conforming because this is what's in right now is what makes us unique. And when you're unique, you're fab. So that's pretty much it for me.
Man, thank you for coming on FAB Radio, Lynxxx.
No doubt, man. Anytime, I hope to be back and we can do this all over again and all over again and get some more money.
FAB Radio.